Series drops are finally coming back to Marvel Snap in the January patch, and it's not just one, it's not just two, it's not just three, but 14 cards will be being lowered between series, which makes them more accessible and easier to acquire for players. Specifically, 9 cards will be dropping from Series 5 down to Series 4, meaning a reduction from a 6,000 collector's tokens cost to a 3,000 collector's tokens cost, and 5 cards will be dropping from Series 4 down to Series 3, which means if you're missing any of them, you'll be able to claim them from your free Series 3 card per month in the collector shop that's been empty for so many people for so long. And if there's more than one of these that you are missing, you're going to be able to get them in those collector's reserves again until you become Series 3 complete once more. To not bury the lead any further, the cards dropping from Series 5 down to Series 4 are Howard the Duck, Ghost Spider, Kitty Pryde, Silver Samurai, Echo, the Phoenix Force, Hitmonkey, Lady Deathstrike, and Dakin. Our cards dropping from Series 4 down to Series 3 are Master Mold, Spider-Man 2099, Negasonic Teenage Warhead, Stature, and Stegron. Second Dinner notes 2 other very important things with this news. The first is that they are looking to have multiple series drops per year moving forward, and those drops will likely all be similarly structured to this one, meaning they're going to be a good number of cards as opposed to a few cards like we saw in the past. They also note that the spacing in between these drops happening in 2024 will be shorter than the time frame we had between the last drop in 2023 and this drop happening on January 9th. For reference, before this January 9th series drop, the last time we saw series drops in Marvel Snap was the middle of June 2023. Second Dinner also notes that drops will not be resuming on a set schedule, so they will not be strictly predictable like they were before. Looking at the cards that we see dropping inside of these series, it does look like they are keeping some of the more desirable cards, i.e. Darkhawk and Zabu, inside of the higher series, so it's not going to be a strictly this card has been Series 4 or 5 longer, so it's going to drop. That being said, it's not just strictly bad cards that are moving between series. Specifically, Stature and Teenage Warhead, which are moving to Series 3, are very playable and reasonable cards, with Teenage Warhead being a card that they very recently did a full redesign on to take her from terrible to a pretty reasonable staple in decks like Cerebro 2 and some others. Looking at the Series 4 drops, I think one that definitely stands out to me is Echo. She's been a key tech card in the metagame since Miss Marvel came up as a season pass card a couple of months ago, and I'm glad that she's going to be more accessible because she's a good card to give you counterplay into a variety of things in these metagames. Another interesting stat with these series drops is that heading on into that January 9th patch, there will be 19 Series 4 cards and 34 Series 5 cards. After the drops are implemented in that patch, we'll be left with 23 Series 4 cards and 25 Series 5 cards. This means we're going from there being almost twice as many Series 5 as there were Series 4 to there being almost equal number of both. As with any economic change, the devil is definitely going to be in the details moving forward, exactly how much good series drops returning is going to do. If they come back 3 or even 4 times per year and drop double digits worth of cards like we're seeing in the January 9th announcement, I think it's going to put the Marvel Snap economy in a pretty good spot. At any rate, I would love to hear your thoughts on this topic. Was this more cards than you were expecting to drop series? Was it less cards? What were you hoping for and why? I'd love to hear that in the comments down below. As always, if you loved my musings on this topic, be sure to snap that like button, and hopefully we'll see you back again tomorrow for a highlight video checking out Havoc, Marvel Snap's latest card release.